What's up, y'all? This is the Curious One, and we're here kicking it at the Ugly Table. Tonight, we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Spirit, Iron Knife, and his Bald Eagle Freedom. Now, this is a figure that I did own as a child. Um, I was a sucker for any of the figures that came with animals. So, when I saw the Bald Eagle, being an American, I definitely had to pick this up as a kid. You know what I mean? Very, very happy that they have chosen to re-release him in the 6-inch size. So, yeah. Here's the front, back, side, to side. Now, this is what they're using as the file card. He's going to be number 36. Each one of these icons is an attribute. It's kind of set up like a video game, which makes sense if you think about the fact that the first couple of waves were actually figures based on a mobile game. So if you want to figure out what those actually are, you can go ahead and check out the official G.I. Joe website. I will put a link in the description if I remember to. But I'm definitely thinking this is tracking. That is stealth, sniper. That's, I don't know, that would be scout, I believe. Here's the top and the bottom. If you need that UPC for some reason, go for it. So here he is out of the box with all of his accessories. So we'll take a closer look at the figure first. It's not exactly retro, but I do like, I like where they took this figure. I still, when I see it, I still immediately think Spirit. As you can tell, he does have the comm from the video game. So I have not played the game, but that makes me think that maybe this is his version or close to it. I know they did switch up some things because a lot of the collectors were not happy with the video game versions. A lot of them wanted the retro versions. Had they just held on for a little bit, you know, maybe they would have got the retro versions that they wanted in a timely fashion, but it would have been further out. So, yeah, I honestly was just happy to get 6-inch G.I. Joes. Now, some of the figures did disappoint me. I just didn't like the way they looked or whatever, but at the same time, I was still just happy to get some Joes. Now, this guy does have a lot of reuse, but he does have a new sculpt as well. I'm not the best at that, to be honest with you, so I'm just going to kind of tell you like what I see. And this is definitely Duke's shirt. These are definitely Duke's pants. The knees are different though. I believe the boots are a new sculpt, and everything from the shoulder to the wrist is a new sculpt on both sides. I believe these are the same hands that we've been getting for a long time for any figure that has gloves on. This is definitely new sculpt. I believe that this leg drop holster is new sculpt as well. Belts, of course, and the harness here with the grenade and the flashbanger. It's either a flashbanger or a smoke. So, yeah. It's got the forearm cover for freedom so that he can land on his arm. Actually, really like this fig. Oh, and I did forget to mention that um, I'm a half Mexican and I do have some Native American blood mixed into me. So that was also a factor when I was a kid when I saw this figure. The bird definitely helped, but also the fact that he was native. So first up, get this knife here, and I believe it's a new sculpt. I didn't look real close at my collection, but I don't think we've seen this one before. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, you guys let me know down there. Now I have tried this. This holster or this sheath here is a little warped. You can fix that by heating it up and then bending it into place and putting it into cold water. If you do it like this, you're probably going to end up bending your knife. But as you can see, it does fit all the way down and it does not fall out. So we don't have the problems that we have had in the past. Next up we have this knife. Now I'm not going to call it traditional, because if it was traditional Native American it would probably be made of flint. But it does look like something that could have been made during the American Indian Wars. Pretty nice looking. I really like it. It is definitely a new sculpt as well. It's got a bird skull here on as a pommel. Very nice looking. And let's see, is it going to fit in the sheath properly? Looks like it does. It feels nice and snug. Yeah, it's definitely not falling out of there. So that is good. Then we get this 1911, which is a new sculpt as well. If you look closely, you can see that it has a bird engraved in it. Very cool, I like it. And let's see. Fits in the holster nice and tight. It actually does cover the trigger guard. If you know anything about pistols, you don't want your trigger sticking out of your holster, because a stick is going to go in there and you're going to shoot yourself in the leg. Could possibly shoot yourself in the leg. So yeah, fits nice and tight, does not fall out. I forgot to mention this. Does have a porthole, so you can use blast effects, which is cool. Next up, we get a backpack. Got some pretty nice sculpt. Some flat black here. If you look really closely though, you see that right there and right there. It seems like that black is going to come off pretty easily. But that's also not a really hard fix if you have some matte black. It's in a coyote color. You got a peg here. You got a stump type of deal here, which has peg holes in it so that Freedom can be resting there. Got a peg here so that you can plug it into his back. I'm not the biggest fan of these backpacks. The pegs just feel funky to me for some reason, like they might want to break off. And then they also don't kind of don't fit the back properly, but it is what it is. It's not a horrible thing. I do like the way it looks. Matches his pants and his sheath here, So that's cool. It works. Next up, we have his sniper rifle. Now, I am a gun guy, but I don't know every variant of every gun ever made, you know what I mean? I want to say it's a 338 Lapua, but I could be wrong. So if you guys want to tell me how stupid I am, I guess you can do that in the comments. Magazine is removable, which is cool. I like the fact that they've been adding that feature lately. Does have a flash hider. I do not believe that is a suppressor. Yeah, no, it's either a flash hider or a compensator. I want to say compensator because of this hole here on the side. And then, as you can see, it also has a peg hole so that you can use the blast effects on it. And the peg that is here on this side is so that you can plug it into the trigger guard, and voila. Now he has his rifle stored rather than in his hand. Now, pretty sure this is going to fit his hand pretty good. The problem is, because they only give us one set of trigger finger hands with, I want to say, the majority of the figures, if not all of them. I think it might be all of them. Let me fix this and then I'll show you. Actually, not as bad as I thought it would be. I didn't think you would be able to get his hand placed on the rifle properly to set him up in a shooting position. From certain angles, it's going to look pretty good, but as you can see, his eye is not in the scope, and I don't think you're going to be able to get it perfect. But from, using some photo magic, you can, shoot him from the right angle and actually make it look as though he's getting down there on the rifle. So, not too bad. So, like the majority of the classified figures, you're going to get in and out on the right hand, and you're getting up and down on the left hand. Now, if you collect the classified figures, you know what the articulation is like. It's almost identical on every figure, so I'm not really going to run through it that much. Does have the butterfly joints. Now, how much they actually help with posing is questionable. You usually get more going backwards than what you do getting forward, so it would definitely be hard to get both hands on a pistol in a real shooting stance. On top of that, because of the hand, it's just not going to look proper. But he does have the ball joint at the base of the neck and at the top. Not looking up that much because of the hair, I believe. Looks down pretty good. What else did I see? It has the leg drops. One of my major complaints about the classifieds all the time is that you're not getting any up on his foot. Get some down, but you don't get any up. And that makes him really hard to stand sometimes in certain positions. You have to balance them more than you can actually put their foot like flat. It's very hard to get it to get their feet flat. So a lot of the times they're just balanced. So you come home from work, they're laying on the floor, you know what I mean? And this guy does pass the shake test. which I have had issues with some of the classified figures. Their app crunch just, I don't know, the ratchet system that's in them just doesn't work properly. This guy, it does. So you're getting about that much, and then you're getting about that much back. So that's good. Definitely glad he's not like the Arctic blowjob figure. Arctic mission blowjob, or whatever you want to call him. The Storm Shadow, Amazon exclusive. Yeah, that one came to me all fucked up. So then we have Freedom, which is an American bald eagle. His wings will rotate. This is closed wings. As you can see on his feet, he has pegs so that you can plug him into 2 different areas on this figure. Now his legs do rotate, so you can have him like attacking. You can have him standing, or you can have him flying. His head also moves, and it rotates. It actually rotates all the way around. It would have been nice to have a second head sculpt for him with his mouth open, like he's screaming, because that just would have been really cool. But he does look pretty good. He's got some nice sculpt on him and everything. So he does plug into 2 different places on this figure. As you can see, you can plug him into the forearm. One thing I did forget to mention when I was talking about the articulation is that his feet can spin as well. You can also plug him into the backpack, so he can stand like that as well. Like this feature, pretty good. So he will stand independently. Of course, you're going to have to balance him. And then the final accessories are going to be the open wings. Very nice sculpting on the feathers. So I don't, yeah, there's a marking right. See that right there? An R, and then an L. Sorry, got you all off the, does not want to track that at all. So there is an L. Yeah, see it right there? I know it's hard to tell. So you can unplug the wings. They unplug pretty easily. And then you can plug those in there like that. Ooh, that's not good. You see that stress mark? For some reason it does not like this side. Yeah, I'm going to say be very careful with these. This side is super tight for some reason, and it's stressed that plastic like a motherfucker. Very first time I ever put it in there. Wow. That's fucking horrible. Wonder if it's just a flash or something. Probably going to have to throw some silica gel in there to loosen it up or something. I don't see any flash inside there either. I'm not sure why it doesn't turn as yeah, this one is stressing as well. So I'm gonna say don't twist them. I'm gonna say figure out what position you want them to be in, and then plug them in that way. Otherwise, they're going to end up breaking. Yeah, they're definitely going to end up breaking. Wow. That's... don't even know what to say to that. So yeah, as you can see, you can make them fly, but just be careful with it, because yeah, they're definitely gonna stress and probably break. But it looks really cool. Yeah, even trying to, I'm gonna say, grab it as closely to that ball as possible if you try to turn or rotate, because like it's even on that side now. It's on, yeah, that really scares me. Looks really cool though. So I definitely dig this Fig. Even with the issue with the wings, I would still give him a. I would still recommend him. Definitely like him, like the way he looks, everything. My biggest gripe is how weak the wings are, and how much I fear that those are going to break. So yeah, let me give you guys some size comparisons. So here he is with his original rival. So here he is with Lady J and the biggest figure in this series, which is Roadblock. So you can see the comparison with that. Here he is with a Alley Viper, a Bat, and a Trooper. Viper and an Infantry, the Target exclusive. Oh, way off. Sorry guys, I've had a few drinks tonight. You might want to team him up with the Alpha Commando, Snake Eyes, and Timber. So that's what that would look like. So I think I've talked enough. We're already on like 23 minutes. So y'all have a good night. Try to stay out of trouble. Y'all take it easy, alright? Peace.